Take a deep breath and allow this moment to be just for you and God. Let the noise outside gradually fade away. Let the rush of the day pause. Now is the time to listen to the voice of Jesus speaking to you very close, as if holding your hand and saying, "Son, daughter, I am here." How many times have you felt invisible? How many times have you gone through the day trying to smile, trying to show strength, while inside your heart screamed for help? Maybe it happens when you wake up tired before your day even begins. Maybe it happens when you look around and realize that a lot has changed, but little seems to be improving. Or maybe, in the silence of the night, you feel the weight of everything you've never told anyone. And yet, you try to keep going. You try to be strong. You try not to fall apart. You try to hold on. But there comes a moment when your chest tightens and you think, does anyone really see me? It is in this exact emotional place that Jesus finds you now. He approaches you with profound calm. He sits beside you, not in haste, not with demands, but with love. And in a soft yet firm voice, he says, "I see you. I know what you feel. I don't rush past you. I don't just see what you show to the world. I see what no one else sees. I know your silent tears. I know exactly where it hurts." Perhaps no one around you realizes how much you've struggled. Maybe you're the one who carries everything: family, work, worries, decisions, and yet you try to maintain a calm demeanor. Sometimes you wish you could be strong all the time, but deep down you'd like someone to hug you and say, "I'm here with you." Jesus says this today, and he doesn't speak as someone distant. He speaks as someone who is near, so near that if you closed your eyes now, you could feel the peace that comes from his presence. He sees you when you are tired. He sees you when you try not to cry. He sees you when you smile so as not to worry anyone. He sees you when you think you are alone. Every detail of what you feel matters to him. The Bible tells the story of a woman named Hagar. She was lost in the desert, without direction, without support, with no one around. She felt forgotten, discarded, invisible. Perhaps in some way you have felt something similar, and it was there in the middle of the desert that God revealed himself to her. He spoke to her. He sustained her. And she said something so profound that it resonates even today. "You are the God who sees me." God who sees not just the outside, not just the behavior. He sees the heart. He sees the hidden weariness. He sees the inner battles. He sees the storms you face without telling anyone. He sees the strength you try to maintain, even when you think you can't take it anymore. And just as he saw Hagar in the desert, he sees you now. It doesn't matter where you are listening to this prayer. It doesn't matter if you are sitting, lying down on the bus, at work, or in your room. Jesus meets you exactly where you are. He approaches without haste, looks at you with mercy and says, "I never take my eyes off you," even when you think you have failed, even when you think you haven't done enough, even when you feel too small. I continue to see the value I have placed within you. Perhaps you've gone through times when you felt like no one truly listened to you. Perhaps you spoke and weren't understood. Perhaps you asked for help and no one noticed the urgency, but Jesus notices. He understands you deeply. He knows when your heart is tired of waiting. He knows when your soul is wounded. He knows when you feel worthless, weak, directionless. And Jesus doesn't ignore that. He doesn't turn his face away. He doesn't leave you alone with that burden. At this moment, he says, "I see you now, and I care. You are not invisible to me. I know your name, your story, your fears, your dreams, your tears, and your hopes. None of this escapes my eyes. Feel this truth enter your heart like an embrace. Feel the presence of Jesus enveloping you. He sees you and loves you deeply. Now think about the times you tried to be too strong. Think about the moments when you carried everything alone. Think about how many times you said, "I can handle this," but deep down you wished you had someone to share the burden with. Jesus is saying, "I am with you. I walk beside you. I see you tired, and I come to strengthen you." You don't need to hide your pain from him. He's not scared by what you feel. He doesn't reject your doubts. He doesn't shy away from your vulnerability. On the contrary, he welcomes you, embraces you, and understands you like no one else. Sometimes the world demands that you be strong all the time, but Jesus doesn't demand strength. He offers rest. He offers understanding. He offers care. Today, he sees you exactly as you are. And even so, he says, I love you. I am here. I will not turn away. Let this truth calm you. Let your heart rest a little now. You don't need to be perfect to be loved by God. You just need to be you. He already knows your inner self, your struggles, and your efforts. He invites you to take a simple but powerful step. Talk to me. Open your heart to me. I am listening. He shows you that he not only sees you, but also walks with you through the toughest days of your life. Breathe again, slowly. Feel your heart finding a little more peace. Now we enter an even deeper moment, a space where Jesus speaks to your heart about what weighs you down, about the burdens you have carried for so long, sometimes without realizing how much they consume you. The truth is, there are days when life seems too heavy, and you try to keep going. You try to be strong. You try to show that everything is okay. But deep down, there's a part of you that's tired, a part that just wants to rest a little, breathe a little, find a safe place. Jesus sees this weariness, and he approaches you now with the same gentleness with which he approached those who were hurt, confused, and weak on their path. He approaches without haste, without judgment, without demanding anything. And with a comforting voice, he says, I know how much it weighs on you. I know what you carry. I know how much effort you make to keep going. Perhaps you are carrying responsibilities that no one imagines. Perhaps you have been strong for months, for years. Strong for your family, strong for your children, strong for your work, strong because you had no other choice. Perhaps you have swallowed tears to keep going. Perhaps you have woken up many times not knowing how you would face the day. Perhaps you have felt suffocated by worries that accumulate, like waves that never stop. And even so, you kept going. You tried. You fought. But now, at this moment, Jesus is saying, give to me what has wearied your heart. He's not asking you to be stronger. He's not telling you to endure it alone. He's not asking you to pretend everything is okay. He's saying, let me carry it with you. Think about it. You weren't created to carry the world on your shoulders. You weren't created to live on the brink of exhaustion. You weren't created to live with fear, anxiety, and daily insecurity. Jesus knows that life can be hard, that hearts sometimes feel heavy, and that circumstances aren't always fair. And that's why he calls you in such a simple, true, and direct way. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. When Jesus said those words, he knew exactly what they meant. He knew that there are burdens that weigh on the soul. He knew that there are days when the body keeps going, but the spirit grows weary. He knew that many people, just like you, try to be strong because they don't want to worry anyone. But Jesus doesn't want you to hide your weariness from him. He wants you to allow him to take care of your heart. Now think about what has been weighing you down in life. Think about the worries that steal your peace. Think about the nights you tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. Think about the anxiety that visits you when you least expect it. Think about the feeling of carrying everything alone. Think about the overload that makes you doubt yourself. Jesus looks at all of this with love. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't tell you that you should be stronger. He simply opens his arms and says, I'm here. Share this with me. Imagine for a moment that you are holding something very heavy. So heavy that your arms tremble, your chest tightens, your breath becomes short. And then someone comes and gently places their hands on what you are carrying. The weight lessens, you can breathe again. That is exactly what Jesus does. He places his hands on your burden. He lifts you up with you. He sustains what you can no longer sustain alone. He brings relief to your heart. Now let Jesus speak directly to you. I know how many times you've tried to solve everything on your own. I know how many times you've kept the pain to yourself so as not to worry anyone. I know how much you struggle internally, even when you seem strong on the outside. But I am here to help you. I take care of you. Don't carry this burden alone anymore. It's important to understand. Jesus doesn't expect you to be tireless. He doesn't expect you to have all the answers. He doesn't demand that you be perfect. He only wants you to trust, to rest, to surrender. You don't have to handle everything. Think now about the bills that keep you awake at night, about family problems, about the health of someone you love, about the lack of strength you try to hide, about the fear of the future, about the weight of the past, about everything you try to balance. Jesus is watching all of this, and it says, "Put everything in my hands. I am with you in every detail." The relief you feel now is not just emotional, it's spiritual. It's Jesus touching your heart. It's Jesus calming your anxiety. It's Jesus lifting the weight off your shoulders. It's Jesus giving you back your breath. It's Jesus lifting you up from within. Now imagine Jesus walking beside you. Imagine him placing his hand on your shoulder and saying, "I know the journey has been difficult, but I walk with you." Feel the depth of this promise. Feel the love that surrounds you. Feel the peace that slowly enters, like a soft light entering a dark room. Jesus continues speaking to your heart. I take care of you. I take care of your family. I take care of your mind. I take care of your heart. I take care of what worries you. Nothing you experience is too small for me. Let this truth embrace you. Let the weight lessen. Let your heart rest. You are not alone. You never were. Remember, Jesus doesn't just see your weariness. He walks with you. He sustains you. He strengthens you. He accompanies you even on the days when you can't even pray. You will feel Jesus calm not only the burden, but also the storm that rages within you. Take another deep breath. Let the air slowly enter and exit, releasing some of the tension you've been holding back. Now we enter a very intimate moment, perhaps the most delicate of all, the place where your inner storms live. That which you don't say, that which you hold back, that which you try to control, but which sometimes seems bigger than you. Today, Jesus enters this place with you. There are moments in life when what happens inside us hurts more than what happens around us. Emotional storms are silent but devastating. They come in the form of fear, anxiety, insecurity, endlessly swirling thoughts, and deep pains that no one sees. And it is there, exactly there, that Jesus wants to touch us now. Imagine for a moment what it's like to be in the middle of a storm at sea. The wind howls, the waves crash, the boat rocks, water rushes in. It feels like everything is going to turn upside down. Outside, it's chaos. Inside, it's also chaos. But now imagine Jesus entering this scene. He doesn't come running. He doesn't come scared. He doesn't come desperate. He comes calm, firm, full of peace. His presence, just by arriving, already changes the atmosphere. And he looks at you and says something that pierces the heart. I'm not scared of your storm. Perhaps you're afraid to feel certain things, afraid to admit certain pains, afraid to face thoughts that hurt you. Perhaps you've tried to hide your storms even from yourself. But Jesus, he is not afraid. He does not turn away. He does not tire of you. He arrives amidst the internal chaos and says, I am here. Let me calm what is inside you. Think about the storms you've already faced. Maybe a loss, maybe a disappointment, maybe a fear that has accompanied your life for years, maybe an uncertain future that leaves you insecure, maybe the feeling that everything could go wrong at any moment. Maybe you struggle with thoughts you can't control. Maybe you wake up with a racing heart without understanding why. Jesus knows every detail. He knows the wind that blows within you. He knows the waves that try to knock you down. He knows the weight that tightens your chest. He knows the thoughts that leave you restless. And he doesn't get angry about it. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't call you weak. He simply comes closer and touches her heart. The Bible tells the story of when Jesus was in a boat with his disciples. A storm so strong came that they thought they were going to die. They were desperate, distressed, not knowing what to do. Meanwhile, Jesus was sleeping. Not because he didn't care, not because he didn't see what was happening, but because he knew that storm had no power to destroy what he was protecting. When the disciples called to him, filled with fear, Jesus stood up, looked at the wind and the sea, and said, "Be still, be quiet." And immediately the storm ceased. Now imagine Jesus doing this within you. Imagine him looking at your racing thoughts and saying, "Be still." Imagine him looking at your deepest fears and commanding, "Be quiet." Imagine him bringing peace to the place where only confusion once existed. Feel this for a moment. His presence is capable of transforming storms into calm. What frightened you begins to lose its power. What kept you awake at night begins to become quieter. What agitated your soul begins to calm down. Jesus begins to speak to you now in a gentle way. I am in your boat. I am inside your story. I don't leave you to face anything alone. When you think you're going to sink, I support you. When you think you're going to lose control, I hold you. When you think there's no way out, I prepare a path. Perhaps your inner storms aren't visible to anyone. You may smile on the outside while fighting on the inside. You may work, talk, do your chores, while your heart wages silent battles. But Jesus sees, Jesus understands, Jesus knows, and he tells you, you no longer need to hide the storm from me. I can calm it. Now let Jesus touch precisely what hurts the most. Let him enter the places where you've never let anyone in. Those painful memories, those worries that steal your breath, those insecurities that paralyze you, the fears you've never spoken aloud. He touches every wounded part, not with force, but with love. Can you imagine that? Jesus placing his hand on your chest, on your heart, and saying, "It is I who calm you. It is I who give rest to your mind. It is I who restore peace to your soul." Let that peace in. Let it spread slowly, like someone turning on a light in a dark room. The inner storm begins to subside. The noise begins to quiet down. Fear begins to lose ground. The presence of Jesus begins to fill everything. When he is present, even chaos surrenders. And as you listen to these words, you can feel the difference. The heart that was once heavy now breathes a little deeper. The mind that was once agitated now finds rest. The soul that was once at war now feels peace. Jesus continues speaking to your heart. I won't let you sink. I'll hold you. I'll protect you. I'll strengthen you when you think you can't go on. I'll soothe what no one knows exists inside you. Now, surrender to him whatever still worries you. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to have all the right words. Just surrender. Jesus is here, and he is calming the storm within you. He will show you that, in addition to calming what is inside you, he also leads you on your path, guides you, protects you, and lifts you up to move forward with hope. Take another deep breath. Feel the air going in, going out, and notice how peace is already beginning to fill the places where there was once turmoil. You walked through your storms. You heard Jesus speak to your heart. You felt his presence entering the most sensitive places of your soul. Now Jesus wants to lead you to the next step, living after the storm. And for many, that's even more challenging than facing the storm itself. Because when the storm passes, only the wreckage remains. The lingering fears remain. The insecurity of thinking remains. What if everything goes back to the way it was, and Jesus, like a loving father, takes her hand and says, I'll walk with you from now on. I won't leave you alone after the calm. Some people believe that Jesus only acts in moments of despair, but he also acts afterward, when you need to rebuild, reorganize, breathe again, and trust once more. Jesus is not just the God who calms the wind and the sea. He is the God who It teaches you to live in peace. After the silence, the storm changes us. It messes with priorities. It messes with perceptions. It messes with the way we see life. Sometimes, after everything you've been through, you're no longer the same person. You've become more sensitive, more attentive, more aware of how much you need God. And that's not weakness, that's spiritual maturity. Jesus knows this. And that is why he approaches now, no longer as one who commands the storm to be still, but as one who sits beside you, looks into your eyes and says, "Now we will walk together, step by step." You don't need to run. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Jesus is not in a hurry for you. He knows that after the storm, your soul needs to learn again, to rest, to trust, to breathe. He places his hand on her shoulder and says, "Let me teach you how to live in peace." When we go through difficult times, our hearts create defense mechanisms. We start to overthink, worry too much, try to control everything. It's natural. Pain leaves its mark. But Jesus wants to help you release those burdens. He says, "You don't need to live in fear of the future. I am in your tomorrow." Do you remember when the disciples, after the storm had calmed, began to look at Jesus with a new perspective? They had seen something that completely changed their confidence. And that is what Jesus wants to generate in you now, a new, mature, firm confidence. The storms you faced were not meant to destroy you, but to reveal who is with you. And now that you know that Jesus calms the wind and the sea, you can rest. The peace of Jesus is not just a feeling, it is a presence. You can be at work, on the street, at home, in traffic, in your daily routine, and still feel this peace walking with you. His peace doesn't depend on what happens around you. It's born within you and remains. It's the peace that guards your thoughts when they try to get lost. It's the peace that calms your heart when it tries to race. It's the peace that reminds you, "He is with me." Jesus wants you to live like this from now on, aware that he is always by your side. Not just in difficult times, but in all of them. Now, think for a moment about what your life would be like if you began and ended each day with this certainty. Jesus is in the boat. Jesus is on the journey. Jesus is in the details. This changes everything. It changes the way you deal with problems. It changes the way you approach challenges. It changes the way you see yourself. It changes the way you interpret the future. You no longer live in anticipation of the next storm. You live in confidence of the next victory. And Jesus reinforces this to your heart now. "I sustain you today. I will sustain you tomorrow and every day." He guides you with love. He welcomes you with care. He lifts you up when you stumble. He teaches you to see life with hope. Now that the storm has passed, Jesus invites you to look ahead. Perhaps you still see scars. Perhaps doubts still linger. Perhaps painful memories remain. But Jesus tells you, "Walk, I'm going with you." Imagine Jesus walking beside you. Imagine him holding your hand. Imagine him guiding you along a safe, illuminated, peaceful path. Imagine him bringing peace where there was once fear. Imagine him strengthening your steps. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to foresee everything. You don't need to carry everything. You just need to walk with him. At this moment, Jesus envelops your heart in a spiritual embrace. An embrace that doesn't constrict the body, but calms the soul. An embrace that says, without words, "I'll take care of you." And this is what he wants to be imprinted on you today. You are not alone. It never was. It never will be. Jesus calmed the storm. Jesus calmed you. And now, Jesus accompanies you on your journey. Take a deep breath and receive this peace. Accept this assurance. Receive this love. You can follow because he follows with you. Amen.